text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. Yep. 205-964-5243. You know.
Welcome to show 199E, as in entrepreneur.
I got you.
Elevate. Entice.
Empowerment.
Ooh, I like that one.
What she said?
I said empowerment.
Okay.
Engage.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All of that. So, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Welcome to this show on wholesaling real estate, just real estate investing in general, with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate, as I said, which means you can put real estate deals together without using your cash or credit. The reason I asked about a mind, I made the statement, a mind is a terrible thing to waste, is I'm gonna put this question out there. Maybe I should wait till later. But anyway, so we're here to answer your questions. Make sure you share this. Got the full house here. Both of the lovely young ladies, Adria and Renikia, are here to make this thing go. So over to you, AP.
All right, guys. I'm just not organized today. All right, guys. Welcome to show number 199E, as in ever going alphabet. Yeah, because it's not, I don't know when we get in there. But thank you for joining us. As Ty said, this is the place where you ask the questions in regards to wholesaling real estate with little to no cash or credit, and those questions will be answered. Don't forget, guys, that you can join us live and get bumped to the front of the line and ask your questions tonight yourself by texting the word Gator to the number 205-964-5243. You can look on the wall there behind Ty. That number is up there a lot of times. So that's the number that you want to text the word Gator to. Instagram, TikTok, I see you guys. Thank you for joining us over there. Eves, Marquise, H. Court, Miyosha, the Wholesale Coach, Real Estate, King Darius, Ballard, I see you. Also, Macadale, thank you for joining us. Go ahead and post your questions over there along with Ranch Leather. All right, sticking with YouTube and Facebook, I have Denise Indira, Mrs. Cam, thank you for joining us. Tashira Drolano, okay, from Detroit, way to go. Tasharia Reed, Rashada, and Denise, thank you. I love those questions coming in. As he did, I also mentioned we do have the beautiful Miss Renikia with us. What up, Rennie?
Hello, how are you?
I'm well. Okay, guys, what is this? What's today? November 11th? Oh, let me say this before I forget. Happy Veterans Day to all of our serving and to those who have served in our armed forces. Thank you for your service and contributions to our country. Thank you. And Karen. Hey, Karen and Sophia. Thank you. Let's see here. Jumping right into this. We're going to go dive right into the questions. Yeah, we're not even going to wait. Here we go. It's from Denise. Hello, y'all. Oh, look at Miss Denise in that blue hat. I love it. Okay, I love your profile picture. Hello, y'all. I have a list of pre-foreclosures and foreclosed homes with lender info attached. I am a licensed agent in ATL. What are your thoughts on my next step? Ooh, Reniki, I'm gonna let you tackle that one.
I mean, I can start that off. I mean, there's only so many things you can do with that. I mean, I'm not for sure if you are merged into the Atlanta investors market, but, you know, being able to represent that lender, and apparently I think all foreclosure have to be listed on MLS. For, you know, that's just part of the process or buying foreclosures. But maybe you can determine it. I mean, maybe you can get your list out to investors in the area that's looking to purchase to determine if that's something they want to purchase before it goes on the market and there's a a list of multiple offers on the table, maybe being able to get that list out prior to putting on the market and seeing if there's any investors that is interested in purchasing. And also just looking at your list and evaluating, these are good investment properties for investors, or is it more retail? Just being able to evaluate your list, determining which one are really great investment properties that have the equity, the numbers in there, or which one is more for a retail buyer, so who your end buyer would be. It'll be easier for you to focus in retail buyers on retail properties and properties that has a lot more equity in there to be able to focus those to investors. But let's give you some tips on just being able to just connect those properties to investors who's looking to buy in the area. What do you say,
Ty?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay, I concur. All right. Ranch Lover, who is over here on TikTok, says, can you please explain how a sub-2 works? My friend is thinking of doing a sub-2 course. So for those that may not know, what do we mean, or what do you mean when you say a subject to property?
Well, subject to defined is short for subject to existing financing. Basically, someone that owns a property, they have a mortgage in place, and they agree to deed the property over to you, but the financing remains in their name. What's in it for them? They are relieved of the monthly payment, not per se the debt in total until it's paid off. And what's in it for you as the investor? You acquire a piece of real estate for sometimes nothing down, maybe just to catch up some payments or just start making the payments, or maybe there may be a down payment, just whatever negotiated. So now you can do a couple of things with it. You can live in it if you want to. You can treat it as an income producing property or rental. Or you can do another wraparound mortgage, as they say, and you owner finance it back out to someone else, so that removes the landlord and responsibilities for you. Or you can just simply wholesale out the terms. So there you go.
Perfect.
All right, concur. Okay. Let's see here. In God We Trust wants to know, how do you go about finding boots on the ground?
I mean, boots on the ground is really just your team networking. If you're looking to, apparently I'm thinking you're probably trying to virtual wholesale or, buy into other areas that you can be your own boots, if you are in your area, you are your own boots. But if you look into virtual wholesale and things of that nature, it's just team members. You're looking for other individuals in that area, other real estate professionals in that area, other investors in that area, other real estate agents in that area, other contractors in that area, just individuals in that area that may be interested in going by, taking pictures for you, interested in maybe even investing in that area and purchasing that property. So boots on the ground is really just your ability to network with other individuals in that area that you're looking to invest into.
Yeah, it's all about networking. When you're trying to find someone to assist you when you're virtual wholesaling, use the power of social media. This internet thing is it can be a wonderful tool to do a lot of things, especially in the business world. So use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I guess even TikTok if you wanted to network with LinkedIn, to network with other individuals in different markets. It can be another wholesaler, it can be a real estate agent, or it could just simply be a friend or family member. And but you need someone to represent your interest in some situations when you're trying to do deals outside of your, I guess, travel reach within reason.
All right, guys. Yes, you can continue to text whiteboard. As you notice, the whiteboard has changed a bit, but it does have the same valuable information. What you see behind Ty can be sent to you as well. So continue to text the word whiteboard to the number that you see. Ty, Ollie Perkins wants you to know that he is here and it's its first webinar.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I'm glad you found us and you are joining the live version of this. Not that the replay is bad, but the live is still the live.
Mhm.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome. Okay, guys, I'm going to say it a little bit more often tonight. Don't forget, you can text the word Gator, Gator, as in getting Gator, alligator, Gator, to the word 205, to the number 205-964-5243, and you can join us live. Cal Brown says, when you're a complete newbie, how important is your marketing when just starting out?
Your marketing is important no matter if you're new
No,
or old. It
is
doesn't
that the
matter. I'm not
starting
laughing at you,
in the
man. It doesn't
beginning,
matter.
after the fact?
That's
Marketing
the
is
name of the game,
physically.
generating leads. So your marketing efforts, marketing and advertising, letting people know that you buy houses is the name of the game. That's what we do. Now, there are a number of ways to go about trying to create leads, but that's a huge, is a huge part of it for most people. Now, you can just simply run your entire business wholesaling other wholesalers' properties, but you're still going to have to reach out to them in some form or fashion to let them know you exist. So what do you think, baby girl?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, marketing is the nuclear to this business and almost any business. So I think, no matter what you're doing in business, that's just an ongoing process forever. Now, don't get into it. You get to a point where your brand gets so big and it's out there, and regardless you market or not, people are still sending you deals and things of that nature. And that takes time. That takes time to get those people just always send you deals, regardless if you're marketing, because you've been out there 10, 15, 20 years. But most importantly, even when that's getting complacent too. When you just stop marketing because you just think your brand is big, that's being complacent. So I think at all given time that you should always continue to market your brand.
All right. So Soph Gonzo, don't send your question to the text number. Go ahead and post your question right there in the chat box. Just right where you text that you sent your question. Type in your question right here and I'll read that for you. I'll be looking for you to update that. Miyosha_Tia says, I purchased my bandit signs and I also have my list of properties from dealyoulater.com. Well, all right then, you in a good start. What should I do next? Should I start cold calling all the properties on the list that I have to try to get a deal? So, okay, we got bandit signs and we have a list of properties. What's next?
I'm pretty sure Ty has the best explanation for this.
Okay, so she has what now?
Okay, she has bandit signs, and she also has a list of properties from dealyoulater.com. She wants to know, what should she do next? Should she just start cold calling all the properties on the list to try to get a deal, or what should she do? First of all, the bandit signs, you need to put them out. You got to put those.
Well, yeah, if you have bandit signs and you have a few properties that you've created a list from Driving for Dollars, so now it's time to take even more action. You took action by ordering the bandit signs. You took action by going out Driving for Dollars, trying to locate potential properties that may be vacant or whatever. So now is the next step. With the bandit signs is placement. And with your bandit signs, you want to do some scouting, some what do they call it when you're reconnaissance? What do they call it in the military?
A recon mission?
Yeah, a recon mission. You need to do a recon mission to see what other bandit signs already exist in your market, right? And you're going to piggyback off of their hard work of knowing where to place signs and where they will stay up. Okay, ideally you want to be out the only one out there with bandit signs, but normally it doesn't work that way. So let their hard work pay off for you, because they figured out where signs will stay up in your market. So it may take you a couple of weeks to figure that out. Okay, now, once you place your signs out, you only still don't want to go crazy. You want to put out maybe 5 to maybe 15, see how long those stay up after maybe a week. If most of those are still up, then you want to compound your efforts. Now, you can test in a few areas where signs don't exist already. When I say test, maybe 5 or so, and see how long those stay up. If most of them stay up, 4 of them still up in a week, then maybe you can compound those efforts. As far as the list that you've built for driving for dollars, so now you need to skip trace that list and determine how you're going to reach out to them by mail and or by call or text. So if you're going to do that, you can text the word vacant to the 205-964-5243. I'll show you how to do that. If you text the word skip, SKIP, to the number, I'll show you how to skip trace your list also.
All right, and just going on the record, we're not necessarily calling the other wholesalers in your area your enemy, because recon mission is, gathering
friendly competition,
your enemy or potential
friendly
enemy.
competition, and could actually be partners. Other wholesalers could be.
Okay.
You all can get that money together. It's enough out there for everybody. Speaking of that, which I did a couple of posts on the Zillow getting out the flipping business. I told y'all when it happened, it wasn't going to make no difference. No one company can buy all of the single family houses in this country.
Right.
We're talking about millions. I'm going to Google it here in a minute in between.
Even Zillow's having trouble.
Huh?
I said Zillow having trouble. They done bought all those properties. Now they're trying to sell them.
Yeah. I see where they're going to sell 2,000 of them to this one company.
7. One company.
Yeah, to one company. This company, I don't know where they're out of. They're the second largest landlord in the country. They own 70,000 properties. They're the second largest now and own 70,000, but there are millions of single family properties. They don't even put a dent in it. Never even heard of this company before. Own 70,000 single family houses, and that's not even a dent in the game. Zillow only got up to, I think, was it 7,000?
They trying to dump
about 7,000. They wasn't even close in the game.
Pre-TM partners.
Yeah, 70,000. Am I right on what?
They are. Let's see here.
But anyway, guys, it's just not possible. Get out there and do your thing. If you're in any decent sized market, you start talking about you're in a city the size of Dallas, Atlanta, LA, Chicago, Nashville, Miami, the Bay Area, Detroit. Yeah. I'm just naming some of the top 10, 15 cities.
New York, Texas.
To the second and third level cities. Birmingham, that's a third level city. It's just not, no one individual or company can buy up all the real estate in cities of that size. Get out there and do your thing is the point.
Right.
70,000.
Yeah, they own 70,000 rentals, single family.
Yeah, that's you're right. I mean, there's like 6-7 million people in Metro Atlanta alone.
Yeah.
It's
Ain't possible.
The biggest company doesn't even put a dent in Atlanta.
Don't even put a dent in it. If that company owned all of those properties in the Atlanta market, that wouldn't even put a dent just in the Atlanta market.
They won't even put a dent.
Yeah. Well, it actually would put a dent.
I mean, it's big. It is.
You get my point.
I'm pretty sure they'll buy all in the hood or something like that. But 70,000 is a big deal.
No, that's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. Eddie Lago says, what happens if you get an assignment contract with a seller and you run out of time? I know this is a question that a lot of you guys ask. What happens if I don't find a buyer? What happens next?
I think that's a great question. I think every one of us as wholesalers, investors, been there, and you haven't got there just doing this business, you will be there. So there's only like 2 things you could do in that scenario. You give the seller a call and say, hey, looks like I need a little bit more time to do my due diligence. I have a couple of inspectors that I need to get out there. Is there a way that I can add an additional 7, 14 days, whatever you come up with? And that's right before your deadline, a day or 2 before your deadline, letting the seller know that you need more time. And that extends the due diligence period. If they don't want to extend it, just cancel your contract, get your earnest money back and move on, or put it back on the contract if that's the option. The other option is to just cancel it. So you're either going to cancel it or extend it.
What happened?
What?
Uh-oh. I don't hear. Hold on, Rennie.
Okay. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
yes, she is. Yeah, yeah. You went away just for a brief second. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So don't be afraid, right? Ultimately, it's gonna happen.
Just negotiate that. You want to get in front of it. Don't call the seller the day afterwards, because at that point, they do not have to give you your earnest money back. They sure don't have to extend your contract. Call them the day before your deadline date, because afterwards, it's really in the seller's hands to extend or give you your earnest money back. So don't wait on that. That due diligence deadline is very, very important. Talk to that seller the day of, the day before, so y'all can redo your contracts and things of that nature. Whatever you all discuss, email it. Make sure, because at the end of the day, if y'all did get into some type of dispute regarding the earnest money, if it's just conversation over documentation, it's not going to fly in court. So you always want them to document things. So regardless, you do call them. Almost always also email them that same information. Hey, based on our conversation today, you had approved to extend my contract to this date. I'll be sending over that amendment so you can document your conversation, because at the end of the day, if you all don't, conversations do not fly in court. It's all about documentation.
All right. You have it there. Drillano, I'm speaking it into existence. He says, thank you guys. Y'all make me feel so empowered to make these millions.
Let's go.
Drillano the billionaire.
Go.
All right. It's coming.
Generational.
There you go. Okay, let's go to our next question. To Sharia Reed, I'm gonna go ahead and ask it. She wants to know, is direct mailer postcards still a good form of marketing?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's one of the more expensive forms of it, but it can be very effective because it can allow you to reach a different segment of the population. Most of the real estate is owned by a certain age demographic, I think 55 years and older. And so a lot of those people still read every piece of mail that they receive, whether it ends up in the trash or not. So most definitely it can be. And if you're interested in using the same guys that I use when we do direct mail, they're experts. They deal with investors, heavy hitters all over the country. They'll spend as much time as you need on the phone with you, explaining the entire process, the benefits, the pitfalls, and all. So you could text the word mail to the 205-964-5243, and one of my guys, Ryan or Corey, will help you. And I just looked it up, and I think I'm reading this correctly. There are over 69 million one-unit detached dwellings. So that I'm assuming that means houses, right?
Single family.
69 million.
And just in all 50 states?
Yeah, in all 50 states.
69 million?
69 million. That doesn't include like townhouses and all that stuff.
Oh, single family. That doesn't include duplexes, townhomes, condos.
Yeah, this is just houses.
Yeah. It doesn't include apartments.
That don't include that.
Mm.
What I'm reading here. I'd be happy somebody to correct me, but I know it's in there somewhere. 69 million. So you tell me, is it
I want
possible
to hear the numbers on that. I would love to know how many, houses and things out there in the States.
You said what?
I said, I'm doing my own research on that, because I would love to know how that really plays out. Like how many doors really out there compared to how many people need it.
Well, the total number of housing units out there that are not considered apartments is 115 million. I think I'm reading this correctly. I'm sorry. Let me read it here. It says, as of October 2021, there were 208.4 million single-family dwelling units in the United States and only 37.8 million multifamily units. Now that 208 million, that includes like I say, townhouses and stuff like that. They consider those single, dwellings.
And what's the population of the United States?
Like 350.
Wow.
350 what?
Million.
Okay. Almost half.
Yeah. So you tell me. Does Zillow have a chance of running the wholesale business?
Exactly.
No. Think.
Yeah.
Golly.
Real estate is one of those
Stop
assets
looking for a
where-
reason not to do it.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, let's not call people out. Oh, goodness. All right. So, Renikia, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 3 questions. I'm going to pull them all together. And this is going to be, hey guys, listen, this is going to be our, for tonight, just for tonight, our final little clip it on realtors and real estate, okay? Realtors in the wholesale. Because I don't want you guys to get so focused on thinking that you either need a realtor or that you need to be a licensed realtor or that you need to pay. So I know there's some states that, you know, that might be the requirement, but there's always a loop. So, Two-Way Customs, thank you for joining us, says, is it illegal to wholesale if you are a licensed realtor? That's that question. Next question is going to be from Rashada. Thank you. Do you need to have money to work with an agent? When you guys went live yesterday, I meant to say, which contract do you need to give to the buyer and agent? So that would be maybe an answer about when you deal with the agent, you have to use their contract. The next one was, let's see here. If I become a realtor, am I able to wholesale and get the commission on the sale? So let's take those 3 and kind of tie them in all together.
Okay. That's a really great question. I think a lot of us, prior to this wave of investors out there, we all thought that we had to start as a real estate agent to just get into real estate. But as we always state, you do not need a real estate license to invest into real estate. Wholesaling is a form of investment. You can still wholesale as a real estate agent. You just have to disclose to all parties that you are a real estate agent, and you have to also disclose to your broker that you're selling an unlisted property, and you're able to wholesale that or get your fee or whatever the case may be. You just got to disclose it to all parties. Now, if you're one of those individuals that don't feel the need to get an approval from all parties to do what you need to do in life, then there's another way you can still get it done by always representing yourself as the realtor. You can partner with someone who will go out there and purchase properties on your behalf, and you all can, have a consultant or buying or investment firm on that partner is 100% in control of. So you can always act as that realtor for both sides. And I think, that's probably one of the best and easier way to do it, because you are a realtor and you are held to the standard, but it allows you to speak to both sides of the party. I think in the height of my career, to me, being a real estate agent made wholesale easier because everybody trusted me. So I knew exactly what the seller, the maximum and the minimum the seller would take and give. I knew exactly what the maximum and minimum that the buyer would take and give. Why? Because everyone's trusting me as a real estate agent. So that to me made it very much easier to wholesale as well. But those are your 2 options: disclose everything or find a way to partner with the real estate investor so you could do deals through with your real estate investor partnership.
Okay, now what about the states, which I think is 5 or 6 as of right now? 3? It's only 3 that require you to. Okay, and they require you to do exactly what?
Some of the states that do not allow wholesaling.
Yeah, they require you.
Okay, and they require you to do exactly what?
Some of the states that do not allow wholesaling.
Yeah, they require.
Okay, and they require you to do exactly what?
What are you doing?
And answer one of the other questions, do you need money to work with a real estate agent? Most real estate agents, it's just one of them standards, $500 earnest money minimum. I haven't seen a real estate agent take anything less than $500. Will they? Maybe so. But usually you need at least $500 earnest money to work with a real estate agent. So let me put that in like terms. So say for instance, you were wanted to wholesale this deal and you partnered with Ty or myself. Now in that contract, we can give your bonus. Okay, you get your 3%, and Ty or myself as the buyer or the seller agrees to pay you a bonus of $7,000 or something like that. All of that stuff can't be disclosed in your contract and things of that nature. So it's so many creative ways for real estate agents to still be able to wholesale and be able to invest in real estate.
All right, there you have it. There you have it. Hopefully that answers some of the questions that you guys had in regards to wholesaling as an agent or with an agent. And as always, we're going to ask those questions. I just wanted to pool all those together at one time, so maybe we could get as many answers as we could. Why Kids Luis, thank you for joining us. I don't see that you've actually posted a question. You say you just joined and you're lost. Okay, there you go. Your name is Lewis, and I'm located in North Carolina. I'm 18 years old, and I would like to learn about what you do and how can I get into real estate wholesaling? How does it work? Well, you're in the right place. You're going to sit back, ask questions as you go along, but for the most part, you're going to listen. You're going to type and tag into those videos that are available to you. Yeah, what else you think, Ty?
Yeah, man, my man. At 18, you're so fortunate by even being interested. I don't know what we said. You scrolled up, somebody sent it to you, whatever, but you stopped. But this is an opportunity to get involved in real estate. At 18, I wasn't even thinking about real estate, nothing entrepreneurial at all. I only thought about two things, but neither one of them was business related. So, but real estate, most people think you need a lot of money and or great credit, right? Both of those things are great, but it's not needed to actually get involved in real estate, right? We have this thing called wholesaling. That's what we primarily are talking about here, whereas that you will learn how to identify great real estate deals. You will learn how to temporarily control those real estate deals with a purchase and sales agreement. Doesn't give you ownership, but it does give you some type of principal interest, meaning that you have some say so on that property being sold in a sense, long enough that if it's a really great deal, a cash buyer / investor will basically pay you a get out of the way fee. And that fee can be 4 figures. That means 1,000 to 9,999 to 10,000 to and up. So there's the 5 figures. It can be 6 figures. So there's no limit on it, and you can do as many of those as you would like. So you're 18. So I'm sure a $5,000 payday would change your entire situation. I'm sure that people that are watching at 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, $5,000 would change their entire situation.
Absolutely.
So this gives you, and think about you did 1 of those a month. Okay. Think about you did 2 of those a month. All right. Think about you did 3 of those a month, and that was every month. Yes, that's the type of money we're talking about. And it's just a springboard into other forms of real estate if that's your desire. You know, you may want to just use real estate as a vehicle to do something that you really want to do. You may want to be a chef or open a restaurant. You may not want to own a barber. I don't know what you want to do. But anyway, it can be a vehicle to really to fund your actual dreams or desires, or just maybe simply just to take care of you and the people that you care about. But it is a real opportunity. The great thing about it, we're here live right now answering questions about that topic and more as far as real estate investing. But with I actually give all the information away mainly on my YouTube channel. On TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, it's sort of limited on how those platforms are set up. But on YouTube, you can do more long-lived content where it can be explained in a better format as of today. So you can dive over to my YouTube channel. Just go there and just do a search for Ask Flipman, or if you're there on TikTok or Instagram, just go to my bio or profile and tap the link there, and it'll take you straight to my YouTube channel, or you can text any of these words here on the board right here or whatever, and it's going to probably take you there anyway. So, but this is an opportunity that can change your financial situation forever. So you need to have patience. You need to put the work in. Not saying it's a get rich quick scheme or anything. You got to look beyond that. But you can make a lot of money quick, and that can be defined for different people in a different ways. But like really or whatever. But that shouldn't be your goal though. You always want to look at the long play or whatever. You're young. The world is at your feet basically at 18 years old. So just stay focused and put the work in, man. Educate yourself, and you increase your chances of succeeding by simply knowing what to do. And the information is free. No excuses.
All right. There you have it, Louis. Hopefully that inspired you and someone else maybe that's listening to go ahead and get started. So Mike Williams 7 wants to know, how many deals can you do in a year flipping if you're a beginner?
Oh,
however much time you have to put into it, right?
There's no limit, man.
No limit.
There's no limit. There's no limit.
There's no limit.
Okay. Let's see here. Jumping into our next question. Yes, Michael Johnson, that was the tag on the email. Hopefully you guys you subscribe, you join, so you can receive notifications when Flip goes live, when any new content is uploaded. During the week, he's began doing his...
Speaking of new content, I have a video, if I can get it edited. Forgot about getting it done today. I got a video I interviewed with a guy out of Ohio. He had already been doing real estate, but he really never wholesale. He was trying to do fix and flips for years. And even though he had been involved in some wholesale deals, he was just on the other end of it in a sense. And he did his, I think that was officially his first deal, but basically driving for dollars, a $20 earnest money deposit, $10,000 in 16 days.
Wow.
So what was the man named, the 18-year-old?
Luis.
So look out for that video tomorrow. $20, $10,000, 16 days.
Mm.
Where they do that at?
Exactly.
Guess what that return on investment is? If anybody can guess it in the next 5 seconds, I got $5 for you. 1, 2, 3. Make that $60. 4, 5. Anyway, I'm just tripping. 49,900%. $20 investment, $10,000.
Mm.
You can't get that selling dope.
Mm-mm.
You can't get that in the stock market.
Exactly.
You can't even get there with crypto right now.
49,000. Absolutely not.
Oh my gosh.
You can't get that nowhere.
I was going to get into Michael Johnson. When you sent out the email, it's mentioned about what if you had a property that was not a good deal? So his question was, good evening. I was under the impression that this was going to be about what to do with properties that aren't a good deal.
Well, I'm glad you asked the question. I was getting to it.
Glad you asked the question.
And the famous words of Harpo Johnson, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. So we'll go ahead and get into that right now. All right. So his question is the title of this particular video. We're 38 minutes in, 39 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
The title of this video, what to do with bad, what's the title of it?
How to wholesale bad real estate.
How to wholesale bad real estate.
Mm.
It should have been bad real estate deals.
You know what?
What the title say? What the thing say? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Let's not.
Okay. I'm really just, obviously the title is to catch your attention. But a lot of if you're doing the proper amount of marketing to generate daily leads, the majority of the people that you talk to, they're not going to be deals. The numbers are not going to work for a wholesale deal. That's fine, because the ones that do are enough to eat on and eat on well for you and probably anyone you care about. But you're leaving a lot of meat on the table, and I have over the years. I've done some, but not nearly as I should have, and I'm changing all of that. I think I said that before, but I'm really changing this time. Owner financing. You have to offer owner financing to individuals when the price doesn't work. So now that wholesale, that property that's the intent was to get a wholesale price cheap enough that you can wholesale to a cash investor. Now you want to flip that and say, well, Mr. Seller, that price doesn't work for us on a cash deal. How would it sound if you could create cash flow on this property and you get the price that you want, but we will make payments on it over time? All right, so they may say, tell me more. All right, now, especially with landlords, because they already like cash flow, they just may be tired of the landlording part of it. You know, the people not paying them, having to constantly do repairs to the property. And people not paying them, going through the eviction process. But they would prefer to still receive the cash flow from property. So owner financing becomes attractive to them. Plus, they don't have to pay any capital. They pay delayed capital gain tax if they owner finance the property, right? So now you all just have to come up with some terms, some simple terms. I think I mentioned this yesterday. I had already did the math. But a couple of ways you're going to go wider. Most people, when you go out and get a mortgage from a bank, is, they're going to have interest on it, and they're going to give you a length of term. So, the interest rate is pretty low right now with, pretty good credit. But if you're going to do owner finance, and say the interest rate now is in the 3s, 4s, whatever it is, someone with owner finance, you're probably at 6%, maybe 5%. And so at 6%, just using $100,000 price that you all agreed upon, at 15 years, not including any taxes or insurance in the payment would be $844 per month. On 30 years, the payment would be $600 per month. Now, ideally, if you're going to do owner financing on the property, and as I mentioned on the subject to thing, which that's a subject to question a moment ago, that is a form of owner financing. And ideally, either you're doing this because it's a property that you think you actually want to live in yourself, and this is the way to buy property to live in for yourself, or you're going to turn it into a rental property. So now you need to make sure that whatever area you're in, the market rents will produce cash flow. Ideally, on $844, we'll just say $850. I would probably want to be in a rental area of probably $1,300 or more. Probably actually $400. I would like at least a $500 or so cushion, because all of that's not going to be profit or whatever. And in a $600, if I'm paying $600 a month based on the 30-year term, then I probably would want to be anywhere from $1,100 and up, at least $500, more. That difference in $1,100 and $600, because you're going to pay them $600, you keep the difference of $1,100 from your tenant. All right, so that's one way of doing it with interest. Or you can simplify it and say, hey, I'll pay you on this $100,000 property, I'll pay you 100 payments at $1,000 each. Again, you're making that decision and you're simplifying it, because you're just saying the number 100, $1,000, that equals $100,000 over 8.3 years, right? That's the equivalent of 100 payments in months, right? And so it still boils down to, what does that area support as far as rental income? Hopefully at $1,000 a month to the actual owner the seller on that owner finance property, you're getting at least probably $1,500 and up in that particular area. Now, what that does for you, again, it can create cash flow and actually a property that goes into your quote unquote rental portfolio. The other thing you can do, you can set up all of these terms. It's an attractive deal, and you can still wholesale out the deal. And you just get your money either through an assignment fee or a down payment. Now, I didn't include a down payment in any of that. That could be a part of that transaction, whether interest is included or not. That's all a part of negotiations. Ideally, you're trying to get it where you don't have to put anything down. So whenever you get in these properties, you're talking to sellers, and most of these sellers are going to be in la land about the price. But sometimes you may only be off $20,000 from it being a wholesale deal, but they're not going to budge. So this is an opportunity to say, hey, well, I'll pay what you're asking if you'll give me the terms that I want. You know, that's the way you'll make that approach. So that's what it means, is how to wholesale bad real estate. It should have been real estate deals. I'll get that changed.
It does say that. I just can't. I couldn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my bad. It was.
See that?
Yeah.
Got it.
You had it right.
Okay.
All right. So basically, what I hear from the layman side of it, Renikia and Ty, is that every deal is a possible deal. There is ultimately a way out of all.
Yeah,
of
if
them.
you can get the terms you want, it's possible, but you still gonna have people say, no, I want my money. You're still gonna have that.
I get that.
But you're gonna still have people, you're gonna be able to increase your transaction level, the money you make, by just simply offering that extra option if the price doesn't work for an actual cash wholesale deal.
Okay. Renikia, feed into that. Anything?
No, I mean, I think Ty explained that very well. I mean, to me, all real estate deals, I mean, you're either going to make it a dilapidated property. I mean, some people may say that's a bad deal. You may get a fire property. You may say that's a bad deal. I think the key is exactly what Ty just stated, is knowing all your options regarding what a deal, because at the end of the day, real estate is real estate. And with the right numbers, every real bad real estate deal can be a good deal with the right numbers. So it's important to just knowing all the different options and strategies that you could utilize on any real estate deal to make that deal work for you. So which ultimately, like Ty said, increases your transactions over time, only because you're not looking at every deal like a fix and flip deal, or you're not looking at every deal like a wholesale deal. You're seeing all the options. You're seeing owner financing, lease purchases. You're seeing subject to. You're seeing all the different options that you can possibly do. So which allows you to be able to secure more deals. So
Yeah, I'm glad you said that about subject to and lease options, because sometimes the deal I was explaining, they don't owe anything on it. That scenario I was giving you, but you're going to have some situation where they owe money, mainly a mortgage, and that you have to do something more creative, such as a subject to and or a lease option or a land contract or something like that. So.
All right. And so speaking about that, what if, I know we said if they have some money owed on it, then the subject to is a possibility. But is there ever a time that the taxes are worth more than what the house
that could be possible.
It could possible.
You can be back taxed, where someone they pay their taxes in 4, 5, 6 years, some, scenarios like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that was from Sophia. She wants to know, what if the taxes are worth more than the house? What do you do?
That's possible, because it's relative to the market. You could be in a market where, I don't know, taxes are generally low here in Alabama or whatever. Yeah. So it's sort of hard for me to imagine that. Now, in the house's current condition, the taxes could exceed what it's worth or whatever. It may be so dilapidated, roof caved in and everything, maybe just a vacant lot. It should be a vacant lot because the structure is not something that you would want to renovate, just something you want to demo. So that could be the situation. If that's the situation, now it comes down to a replacement cost.
Yeah.
What is it going to cost to renovate or to a new construction and everything that goes with that? So I guess in essence that could make it like it's just not possible unless the county or state will negotiate, which I don't. And normally they don't. I don't know how they do. I guess each state is different. I know in Alabama they want their money. Ain't no negotiating. We got a whole nother way of handling this if you don't pay us.
Right. I mean, the key is that that's just part of its closing cost expenses. Two things happen in that scenario. The seller already know what's going on. The seller know they behind on their taxes, and they know whatever it is. The key is that that's just part of closing costs. And if it's like one of those scenarios where taxes are just backdated and the seller don't want to pay for it, at that moment, as the buyer, you have to determine, is this a deal or not? Is it still a deal, or am I still in the money if I take on paying these taxes up front on behalf of the seller? Is it still a good deal to me? And depending on if you're still in the money or out of the money, will determine if it be in your best interest to help that seller pay those taxes off, or just walk away because it just doesn't make sense anymore, because of the tax bill that needs to be paid at the closing table. And it has to be paid at the closing table before you buy that property, start renovating that property. It got to be closed. It have to be paid off prior to that. So on the buy, it has to be paid off. So it's one of them things that has to be figured out anyway, for you to even close on your property. So.
Real quick, guys, before we go to the next question, you see this time up here. If you have PropStream or thinking about getting it, and you signed up through dealulator.com, the worst thing you can do is sign up for it and don't know how to use it and start time to make payments on it or whatever. It is a very, very, very valuable tool to help you do deals. It's not going to do deals for you. No tool is. But the thing we can do is make it easier, create an easier path to paydays. And this is a tool that will do that for you. So, and I should have done this a long time ago, we are offering training on how to use it. All you have to do is, number one, be signed up already, right, through dealulator.com. If you sign up through somebody else, hey, you got to go to them. But through us, text the word time to schedule yourself a time that you can sign up for it. And we would love to get you going, start making this bread. What we got? 36 days of Christmas. So let's get it. If that's your thing, I know it ain't everybody's thing. So
let's get it. Anthony, yes, you say 51-year-old noob here. Okay, good. Welcome.
That's
better
what's
late
happening,
than
man.
never. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
So let's go here.
Nobody joined us yet? Nobody wanted to?
Ain't nobody want to come on.
All right, well.
Lex Meek says, I need an accountability partner, Ty. I'm getting started on Monday. So why wait till Monday? Why are we waiting to Monday?
Don't wait till Monday.
Don't wait till Monday. Tomorrow's Friday. So let's start Friday.
Start on Monday. Be like, next Monday.
It's going to be the next Monday. It'll be the next Tuesday. So let's go ahead. I will be your accountability partner. Yes. Meet me here every Thursday. And all of the other people that are here in the chat, we are your accountability partners. Join that group. But yes, we're going to start tomorrow, though, Lex. Tomorrow, not Monday. Why put off another day, what you can do today? Tomorrow is going to be your day. So someone else asked the question in the chat while we're talking about accountability partners, is it worth paying a annual fee to join a local real estate group, I guess a REIA group of sorts? What do you think about that?
Absolutely. Please. Yeah. Yes. You're not joining these groups. You're doing yourself a disservice. To me, I started off by joining the groups, and what it did to me, it was like church. There was nobody around me that was buying and selling real estate. So when I'm outside of the group, everyone was saying, "Oh, how that going? Are you?" Everyone was just negative. No one understood it. But once I went to these groups, these real groups and these real estate groups, everyone was buying and selling. Everyone was happy about the deal they just did. So it was like church to me. Even if I didn't do a deal, just being around so many people that was moving and shaking, doing deals, it just rub off on you. So I would encourage you, please get into these groups, because these groups is where you're going to find contractors, project managers, electricians, other wholesalers, other investors, buyer, seller. They're all in these real estate groups. And if I'm a newbie, that's just where I would start. For sure.
Oh, most definitely networking. Took me a long time to figure that part of it out. Networking makes it a lot easier when you're around like-minded people, especially people that understand that we can all get this money together. Yes, I'm always in the search for people smarter than I am, which it ain't hard to find them. But I'm always, I want to be the dumbest person in the room. That's what I want to be. I can sponge up and learn from others.
It's easier to partner with someone that's already on the same journey as you. versus trying to get somebody that know nothing about real estate. Come on, let's go do this. It's harder to pull somebody up with you versus somebody on the way up themselves. So to me, getting into these real groups and these real estate groups, I didn't have to pull nobody with me. They was already on the way. So we just partner and we all got there faster. So don't underestimate getting around like-minded people that's already on their way, and y'all can help each other on you all's journey at the same time.
All right. That is a great motivational quote, Ty. You see it on the memes a lot. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of this quote from the movie, what is it called? Superfly. When my boy, they were driving in the car with his buddy, he said, hey, it's hard. I think he said it's hard to get ahead when you're in the room with a bunch of stupid MFers. Something he said like, I'll find it. Somebody might already know what I'm talking about. Or whatever.
Say it.
It's hard. It's hard to. Yeah. So it's just like I done some dumb stuff. So before I say this, hey, but it's just like if I'm gonna rob a bank, like say Renika, me, you, and Adrian, and Mickey over there, we're gonna rob a bank. Seems like at some point where somebody would say, this ain't a good idea.
Exactly. Instead of, oh yeah, how much you gonna get? Really?
It seemed like they would say, it's been people smarter than us that couldn't get away with this.
Right.
It seemed like that would happen at some point.
But there's always that one person that says, I can do it better. I can do it better. I can learn from their mistakes, which is what we teach people. What's the first thing you say? Don't do what I did. Learn from my mistakes.
Listen, Adrian, I've watched enough movies to know, I wouldn't have been able to figure that. You know,
right.
They still got caught. And they still got caught.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm on the other side. I think I can figure it out.
Right. Oh, you one of them.
I think
I would have been out. I've been like, I'm gonna holler at y'all.
I'm gonna calculate it. If the math ain't down for me, I ain't jumping in.
I'd say that. I might have been say, well, that makes sense, Adrian. That probably that's what be happening. You got somebody that is a little smarter than the rest of them, and he breaks it, him or her, whatever.
You got a full plan.
And they say, oh yeah, that brilliant.
Exactly. I can see that.
I can see that. Oh, I had this question I wanted to ask when I said mind is a terrible thing to waste. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. That's a quote from the United College Negro Fund, and I've always had the joke when I was in college when I was in college in the 90s. I never met anyone that ever got any of that money. So my question out there is, do you know somebody got some of that money?
I didn't know nothing about the Negro Fund. The Negro Fund, really? In the 90s? Why they gotta be called the Negro Fund in the 90s?
That's what it's called.
It is actually
it still exists.
Even
we
now.
looked it up. It's called the United Negro College Fund.
Yeah,
right?
That's correct.
I never knew anyone that got that money. So if anyone's out there, please dispel my thought. That's one of the greatest hustles of all time, because I don't know nobody that ever got any of that money, and I was from a very poor background. I deserve some of it.
Oh my God!
I'll still take my check now.
I'm looking into it. I want to look into it. Yeah, you say, what's it called? United Negro College Fund?
Yeah, United Negro College Fund.
UNCF.
UNCF.
They provide over $100 million.
And their slogan is, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. That's their slogan.
Well, I would say this, that slogan did exactly what it was supposed to do. Yeah. Because everybody knew about that slogan.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Now, where the article about that money, no one knew.
Oh my God.
But did anybody know about that money? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody knew about that money, but that's
a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Oh wow. Let me find out they didn't hid the money behind the slogan.
Yeah, over 60,000 students to get to and through college.
They give out the money.
They didn't give no 60,000 students nothing.
Huh?
They didn't give no 60,000 students nothing.
They say a year.
In 1 year?
Yeah, they fund they give out money over, is it $6 total over lifetime or
So
per year?
I think UNCF empowers more students, more than 60,000 students, to get to and through college each year. They have been.
That's not like.
They're 77. You got to think this is 77 years old.
They 77 years old.
77 years.
That sounds like a black face.
77 years old.
And some other people controlling everything. That sounds like.
Might be right.
That sounds like, you know, the people that be feeding folks in Africa.
Renikia, if you give out $1 to 60,000 students, I guess you
that would have been viral.
You know what I'm saying? I guess so.
But everyone would have knew about it at least.
But see, the thing is, well, you older than me, Ty, but
I ain't that much older than you.
First of all, yes, you are. You got me a whole decade. Don't do that.
That's fine, but you know what you knew what it was.
I knew what it was.
You knew what it was.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I knew what it was. I mean, it was.
I'm just asking. So it's been around 77 years.
1944.
So now we got people older than me
but you gotta
that know what I'm talking about. Somebody tell me that they know somebody. It ain't got to be them. Do you know somebody that got some of that money?
Wow.
Funding the 37 private HBCUs.
They said 1,100 colleges.
Yeah, but
why would they start with the HBCUs first?
Huh?
Why wouldn't they start the HBCUs first? It's fully underfunded right now.
They highlighted that in the little
them first.
in the little paragraph they got, I guess, on their website or whatever. They highlighted the 37 HBCUs, whatever.
Yeah.
But my point is, when I was in college, I needed that money. I was gambling every day. I needed that extra money.
Well, they're a 501c3, so they get money from somewhere.
Something's not right. I'm pretty sure that money.
I wouldn't have qualified. Trust me. That 2.2 I finished with, I wouldn't have qualified.
I'm pretty sure all of us should have qualified for it. All of us should have qualified for the Negro Fund. There should have been no requirements other than go to school.
Hey, I know some people that would have qualified. None of them got it.
Now you got Chantel on here with you. That's true. Never heard of anyone getting any of that money.
Oh,
Chantel,
I already know. I know I'm not crazy.
Wow. And I don't know why would they give it directly to the HBCUs? Why give it to this fund to disperse?
Is adopting a picture of a student.
Wow. Exactly.
Never said you adopted a picture of a student.
Nobody. Oh, wow.
I'm telling you.
Karen says,
and our HBCUs out here underfunded.
Karen says, I don't know anyone that has
Hey,
ever been
this dude, let me tell you, a few years back, it's really a scam, so I didn't really, it was brilliant. I just couldn't get into it, but it was legal though. He said he ran a company that what they do is that, you know how you have the honor students like for high school and stuff, and they'll send that letter out to parents and stuff, you know, like their kids made the honor or whatever for the national whatever, but it's like a $75 fee to do some blah 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 whatever.
Yeah.
Some of the Negro, you had to pay the Negro fund?
No. This is something different.
Okay. This is getting weird.
He said they were sending out hundreds of thousands of those, and he said they would collect.
You know how much money they collected?
They collected at least $1 million every year because people wanted. My baby made the honors, whatever things from with that $75.
It's not even your local chapter. It's not the school's chapter.
The national.
They go national.
I don't want to do local. I want my baby to be national.
Right.
$75. My baby can be national.
No. It's more than that because it's tiers to
No, that was years ago when he told me.
I can show you the one. I got two at the house.
Yeah.
Braylon.
Yeah.
athlete and
what they want to charge you?
It was like $100 to be put into this national
we're
website
broke.
to put the name
We're
on.
broke because we want to be broke.
$100 to put your child name on the website.
On the website.
That nobody even knows this.
Exactly.
Hey, now
the plaque.
Now that is a hustle.
What are we doing out here?
And then for like $500, you get put on the basically they're scouting for schools for you and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to put you in with advisors and academic resources to help them thrive on their collegiate journey and all that. Basically. And I still got to pay an application fee. Yeah,
exactly.
Kindly remit $75.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. Anybody said they got some of that money yet?
I'm gonna do some research on it because we need to find out what the money was.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay, Anthony.
Anthony got some of it?
No. We're not saying they're not legit. Just saying you can't put a finger on somebody who has that money. What is it? 6 degrees of separation?
I mean, the people who feed
between
the
you
kids
and
in
somebody
Africa,
that's got that money.
those kids is not being fed, but the money going somewhere.
7 years.
I bet you y'all can tell. Put your finger on somebody who got a PPP loan. ain't no 6 degrees of separation from that. I bet you know somebody who knows somebody who got that money.
Absolutely.
They got that money.
What they got?
They got that. So I'm trying to see if you know somebody who got this other money.
Right, this college money.
Okay, this is the last thing we're going to talk about. The last thing.
About real estate.
I know. But, I don't know if any of you guys watched it, if you enjoyed it, whether you didn't. That's not really the purpose of what I'm saying here. But the movie Us from a couple of years ago was really the underlying thing from Key and Peele, whoever the guy was about the fund that was, what was it? Everybody take a hand, connect a hand is connecting hands across America. No, it was a United. I'm not going to say United Way.
It was a real organization.
It was United something, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely real organization, and all they asked that you do was donate $10. And it was infomercials that ran across the TVs on 80s, and it was just people holding hands, and that's kind of what the theme of Us was. But I Got 5 on it, which was one of the major songs in the movie, was to say that it was shown years later that organization asked for $10, and it was it's an astronomical amount of money that they collected, but only $5 of it, hence I Got 5 on it. Only $5 of it went towards the organization. $5 went towards the the people who set it up, the organizers. They kept half, and then that other 5 was then split down. So I can see this.
Wait a minute, you said $10. You can't got but 2 5s and $10.
Exactly.
But the thing was,
so the real money, $1.50 of the money, $1 probably went towards what it was.
5 went in profit today in their pocket.
Exactly.
5 went in their pocket. Why you didn't just say that?
I did say that. I said, but you had to make sure. If you didn't watch that, you had to make sure that
I'm just tripping.
that the song I Got 5 on it. That's why it was.
I ain't seen it.
That's deep. That's really deep. I know that. That's really deep.
Are you serious?
I haven't.
Are you serious?
Oh
my God!
I'm getting to it.
Yeah, you gotta see Us. That was deep. It was deep.
It's too late. Now you gotta watch the Heart of
It's too late. You didn't miss the wave. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you didn't miss the wave. It's too late. It's a new movie.
I can't watch it now.
You can, but still, that's not anyway. Oh my gosh. Next. Okay, so when we started this whole thing, yes, guys, we talk about real estate, and sometimes we, banter off into just life.
I'm sorry. I done gave you 50 minutes of real estate. I just wanted to know. I wanted someone that follows me to say that, hey, yeah, I got some of that money. Shut up. All right.
I'm sorry.
I want to bring that back up again.
Okay. It was called Hands Across America.
Okay.
Was the organization.
Okay.
So that was a real organization that
absolutely real public fundraising event that was supposed to be on Sunday, May 25th, 1986, when 5 million to 6.5 million people held hands for 15 minutes across the United States of America. It was a real thing. It did happen. And what you needed to do was contribute $10 to this organization.
The whole hand?
Real thing. Okay. So when we first started our show tonight, we were talking about boots on the ground. Someone asked about having boots on the ground and what that meant and how you found these boots per se. So I'm going to read Grubby Key's question. And I think this is from Instagram. It says, hey, family, what are some ways that I can find properties from home? I'm not able to drive for dollars right now. So how can I generate leads at home? So I think that goes right into the question that we had about boots on the ground. You're going to have to find somebody that's going to do the looking for you.
Yeah, do some
right?
of the leg work. Some of the grunt work.
So yeah, I would say go back maybe at the beginning when we first started, and we give some suggestions on how to find said boots on the ground. But that's what you're going to have, Grubby, to help you find properties from home. Any other suggestions?
Yeah, just networking. We said it. It's going to be another wholesaler, friend, or family member, maybe a real estate agent. You're going to have someone do some of the grunt work that is just necessary to represent your. Sometimes it's just simple as this. Sometimes the house is not going to be vacant because the seller still lives there, or a renter, or even if it is vacant, sometimes sellers just won't give you access to their property without them being there. So whenever you show it to cash buyers, someone needs to be there to make sure that everybody knows their place. And, you know, as far as you being represented, especially the cash buyer, which can have that conversation with them, let them know what's up. But, you know, sometimes it's just going to be needed or whatever. So ideally, you won't need a lot of that time in a lot of situations, but you'll need some or whatever in most cases. Unless you just really just build a strong network of buyers and they just believe in you, they won't circumvent you, but, you know, good luck on that. So that's what we meant by that. But again, we explained it in the beginning of the show tonight. So
I swear, reading these chats is just, it's so funny to me. Some of the stuff I can't read. But anyway, yes, someone said, yes, I remember it was called Hands Across America. And then someone said, yeah, it happened. It went through my town of Linden, New Jersey. So they remember actually the holding the hand
I don't know
event.
about that.
And then Deborah comes in and said, no, it was called Hands in Your Pocket.
Exactly. Hand across America. Hands in your pocket.
Oh my gosh, y'all are too funny.
I agree 100%. I see no lies told.
Okay, so we want to give a huge shout out to Dexter Johnson. He's sliding through and he says, what's up, Big Flip? I just want to drop in to say I appreciate you for all the free gems. I closed my first solo deal recently for $10,000 and JV'd one for $2,100 using your methods and your contract. Thanks, King.
Big flip, big flip.
Big flip.
I like that one.
Love to hear, love to hear the success stories.
Congratulations.
Guys, this is real. This is real. Unlike that college fund, this is real. This is money that you can get your hands on, and you're in the right place, asking the right questions, and continue to do so. Ty, $1 billion diva. Oh, like that profile picture. Okay.
Speak
y'all business. Okay. She is the repost video queen. So repost this $1 billion diva. Make sure you repost it. She says, hello, staff. I thank you guys for all y'all do. I got a question on campaigning with postcards. Does PropStream send out the postcards, or do I have to send out and buy stamps and then I send them out? So Ty, bam. That's for you.
No, she said PropStream. What she say?
She said she has a question on campaigning with postcards. She wants to know, does PropStream send out the postcards, or do I have to send out and buy stamps and then send them out? So one, does PropStream has the service?
Yeah, it has that option there, but that's more for like sending out small quantities. For like from your driving for dollars, if you want to do that. I would recommend you could do it within the app, or you could do it, through the desktop, laptop version. If you're going to do a mass mailing, we mentioned it earlier, then I recommend the guys that I use over at Graphic Connections out of St. Louis. If you text the word mail, MAIL, to 205-964-5243, Ryan or Corey will be happy to help you. Get you going.
Okay. Maybe I missed the answer to my question. I need a contact email to find out about the $5 deal from and nothing. What's the $5 deal?
Oh, they just talking to the website. Just go to flipmasterclass.com for that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hopefully you got that question answered. Boom.
Somebody got it?
Ranch Lover 30, not them, says, I did know someone that got some money when I was in high school.
Okay, there we go
Okay.
then. Okay, I'm a
Yeah.
liar.
Okay.
There you go.
I don't know.
Somebody that did, okay.
Now go find that person and bring them because we need to talk to them.
We won't know how much.
Okay.
How
We
much they got.
went up on the 60,000.
You got to close the circle. Got to close the
There
circle
we
now.
go. So that's why I put it out there. I want to know.
Need to know the next person. Okay, Renikia, this is going to be for you, and I think it's directly for you. It's not meant for anyone else but you. Okay. So the question is, how do I go about getting transactional funding? Damn. First of all, what is transactional funding?
That's a great question. Transactional funding is more like a same day loan or 24-hour loan, but it's really not even 24 hours, like 2 hours. But it's for your ability to do your double closings and things of that nature. So say for instance, you don't have the money to bring to the table, you can get with a transactional funder or lender that can provide that day loan for you. So you're able to close your AB contract, so you can close your BC contract, but it's just transactional funding, which is a day loan for you to be able to close your wholesale deal or your transaction with using OPM, other people's money.
All right, OPM, other people's money. Now, I do like it when you say that because I like other people's money.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So then you explain what it is, but where do they go and get it?
Absolutely. So we are a transactional lender. We don't promote it, but we do have the ability to provide that. But if you are interested in any of our capital products, such as fix and flip, buy and hold, transactional funding, we have unsecured funding. We're relaunching that in the next couple months as well. But we have new construction money, 30-year rental loans. We do not need tax returns, income verification, or pay stubs. But if you are interested in funding your next deal, go to fundmynextdeal.com.
All right, guys, you heard it here. Fundmynextdeal.com is where you can reach out to Renikia or a member of her staff if you want to take your wholesaling game up to the next level. You need some money. She has the no verify money that you can get. So make sure you're reaching out. You can also follow Miss Renikia, who's really busy and doing great things in the wholesale industry as well across all social media platforms, and that is Renikia Williams. JMac06. Yeah, you need to get in touch with Ty. Text the number 205-964-5243, or you should also have a email, another number in your email. He purchased something and he hasn't gotten a call yet. He needs to get in touch with someone.
Yeah, just
so yeah. We'll follow up with you, J Mac. Got you though. I see you. All right, Ty, what else you got? What else is going on?
Oh, that's it. Again, if you want to get the free training on how to use PropStream, if you sign up through Digulator, text the word time. It's right here in front of you. Text the word time to 205-964-5243. We'll be doing the daily lives. We're going to try to do on Monday, Wednesdays, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays. We have this one on Thursday. Probably won't do anything on Fridays. Me and Jamil and I'll do the Sunday Comps 101 as our schedules will permit as of now. And so we appreciate everyone that's joined us. Make sure you share this with anyone. If you thought this video was useful, make sure you like it and subscribe. Follow on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Get a little more active on Twitter.
On Twitter, twit. Renikia, I'm sorry, I was supposed to ask this question too. I did not. Is financing available for Airbnb endeavors?
Yes, absolutely. We just relaunched our short-term rental loan product, so we do have the ability to finance your short-term rental properties as well. It's a true 30-year note, no balloon payment. It's a 30-year amortized, 30-year terms. You do not need tax returns, income verification, nor pay stubs, and you can qualify for a 30-year rental loan for your short-term rental.
All right, there you. Hopefully that answered your question there.
One thing, I'm trying. I know my man is busy, and I'm not doing this in a negative way. I'm trying to get Isaiah Jackson. He wrote a book, Black America and Bitcoin. I'm trying to get him to do an interview for the channel. So reach out to him on Twitter, which is where he's at mostly. Let him know that you all want him to be on my channel. Reach out to Bitcoin Zay is how his handle is, at Bitcoin Zay, and let him know, hey, y'all want to hear from him about cryptocurrency.
It's Zay, Z-A-Y?
Yeah, it's let me make sure it's let me make sure real quick. Where's my Twitter? Let me see.
While Ty's doing that, you're right, Big Sip. It's 82. It's been more than that.
Yeah.
People in the chat, and we only got 22 likes so far. Like the live, okay? You're getting free, valuable information. Renikia and Ty dropping these gems. So like, subscribe, follow at Axe Flipman across all social media, at Renikia Williams at all social media. Come on, guys, thumbs up.
Yeah, hit him up on Twitter. It's at Bitcoin Zay. Bitcoin, you know how to spell that. Zay, Z is in zebra, A is in apple, Y. Let him know you all want to hear from him on the Axe Flipman channel.
All right, guys, y'all have been given a task. Follow
Please
through.
do that.
Follow through.
He's brilliant. Brilliant. So you all need to hear from him. So.
All right. Well, guys, this was show 199E. So it's still 199-ish. We got
21 more letters to go.
We getting ever so close to
What's that for?
We're gonna skip F because I don't need y'all getting creative with any words to make 199 F work. It's gonna be 199 funding. F isn't funding. Okay. That's what it is. Guys, thank you for joining us. As always, we're here this Thursday. Lord willing, we'll be here next Thursday. Closing out today again is Veterans Day. So with respect, honor, and gratitude, thank you to all of our veterans. See you on the flip side.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964